Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Lost Caverns of Ixalan draft. My name is Nikolai, better known as NicolaiBolas, and we're going to be going pick by pick, play by play, talking through everything, so you know what to do when you draft this format yourself. I'm also streaming this live on Twitch, so if you want to join in the fun live, you can do that. So we are going to be doing all this stuff. If you enjoy this sort of video, let me know. There is Galta, Stampede Tyrant, which is not a card we can play. It just costs 8, and then by the time you play this, you have all your stuff in play already. We don't really want that. There is an Abrade, which is maybe the best common, just fantastic card, so this is definitely in the running. I like it more than the Waterwind Scout, and honestly, Echo of Dusk is like a legit card. I really like this one. Like, a 2-mana 3/3 lifelinker is no joke. But yeah, so there's also a Staunch Crewmate, which is a nice little value card. And yeah, so I think it's mostly between Staunch Crewmate. I think it's better than the Necromage, even though I like Necromage. And then Abrade. And I think I'll just take Abrade. Starting with a blue card is dicey. Blue-red is like really good, I think, though. So it's tough. Twitch chat is talking, and if I am answering questions, that's from Twitch chat. So they'll maybe answer a question that you had. Oh, baby. Abrade into the Tunnel Grinder. Oh my god! Oh. Perhaps a Tunnel Grinder. I'm not sure what to think about this card. Because if you flip it, you just get to draw a card every turn when you cast a spell, which is so good. And it feels like this format's relatively grindy. There's also Diamond Pickaxe, which I like, but I just love the design on this one. I think it looks really fun. But yeah, I think Tunnel Grinder, Diamond Pickaxe, to follow up the Abrade are both legit picks. There's a bunch of blue cards. I think the best one is the River Herald Scout, and then there's Huatli's Final Strike in green. So those are mainly the cards I'm thinking about. I'm not really looking to prioritize taking Fanatical Offering. You can get like one of those late. You don't usually need multiples. But yeah, I think it's the Tunnel Grinder or the Pickaxe. I think I'll take the Tunnel Grinder. We can this way build a more mid-rangey deck. Don't have to go all out aggro. Oh, and now we get a Geological Appraiser. Just all mid-range here. We're just taking good removal spell, 2 good mid-range cards. This pack has a lot of good black cards. Deadweight, Deep Cavern Bat, Join the Dead. 3 great black cards. Also great red cards. Another great red card with the Volatile Wanderglyph. So yeah, easy Geological Appraiser. And now we get a Triumphant Chomp. We're chomping. We are chomping at the bit. This is like the dream start to a draft. Now, you could say, would you rather have a Diamond Pickaxe here? And I think the answer is no. Because this deck is built to go mid-range right now. We've got 2 removal spells, Abrade, and now the Chomp. And now we've got the Tunnel Grinder, which is just like, you can descend. Honestly, I would love to get that 2-drop. That lets me discard cards to draw cards, because that helps you descend. There's a Throne, but we're not doing that this time. I have trauma with this card. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything because it's going to be a video, but there is trauma involved. Let's just say that there's some Throne of the Grim Captain is hard to use sometimes. Triumphant Chomp, easy pick here. After that, maybe I would take Petrify. I don't think I would take just Tali's Favor. I'd probably branch into a second color for the Petrify here. There's a 3/1. Don't love that. But I do kind of like the idea of taking this Echo of Dusk. I just think it's a good card. This set is Lost Caverns of Ixalan. There's Echo of Dusk. I don't love Hotfoot Gnome. We did see that one pack that had a bunch of black cards in it, so it could mean that black is open. Whoa! Echo Bravo. Thanks for sending all your viewers my way. I really appreciate that. I hope you had a great stream. We are currently in great shape. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Welcome in. I'm Nikolai. We're drafting. There's an Echo of Dusk here that I think I'm going to take. I like this card. There's also an Oraska Puzzle Door that could go well if I'm trying to descend more, but I just like the Echo. Oh, Twitch chat was wondering why this card was grayed out. It's because the card isn't working on MTG Arena. Oh my gosh, we got raided by Echo Bravo and we immediately took an Echo card. That's the type of synergy that I'm looking for on the channel here. Absolutely fantastic synergy. Here there's Sunfire Torch, which goes well with the Tunnel Grinder because it can sacrifice itself. There's also Tinker's Tote, which I absolutely love. And along with it, Sunscribe. I think we just take the Torch. There's also Seismic Monstrosaur, which can land cycle itself to trigger the Tunnel Grinder. I think I'm just going to take the Sunfire Torch. Oh, yeah. It is an odd hour for me, but it's a Friday, so anything's possible. Anything is possible. Ooh. We get the Sunfire Torch, and now we get another Echo. I like Echo. I think it's better than Tithing Blade. Tithing Blade is just hard to flip. And then there's Burning Suns if I wanted to stay red. Yeah, this set has been hard for me, Echo. I had a lot of struggles, but I feel like I'm starting to get a bit more of a hang of it, and I'm enjoying it more as a result. When you lose a lot of draft, it's just a more of a learning vibe than a loving it vibe, but I had a really good draft yesterday. This draft is going great. And yeah, there's also, could just take Burning Suns, but I just think Echo's good, and I want to be descending a bit anyway. Oh, yes. Hit the mother load. Aye, Captain. I mean, this card is good if you get the 2-mana 1/3 that can tap stuff. But it does cost 7. I don't think it's a card I'm interested in. I might just take the Volcano. Or the Child of the Volcano. Don't think I need the Child. I'll just take the Hidden Volcano. Pretty empty pack. I think I'm the only one that likes this card. Yeah, the games do feel like off the rails. I've had some crazy late games, and then I've also had some games where I die on like turn 4. I think I'm just going to take Echo. I really like Echo. And hopefully we get to see it do some stuff. Another chance. Brazen Blade Master. There's a lot of blue cards here. Blue has not felt good this set, except in blue-red, where I just always get owned, or blue-white. So I guess half of the blue decks feel okay. Blue-green has not felt particularly relevant, but... Okay, there's a blowgun. I really like Echo. Both Echoes. I like you, Echo Bravo, and I also like Echo of Dusk. But yeah. Yeah, this pack is useless to me. I'll just take another Inquisitor. Or I guess my first Inquisitor. I'll get the Volcano now. That's another way to trigger the Grinder. There's a Mephitic Draft. Not my favorite card, though. We wield Hotfoot Gnome. It was the only red card in that pack. Now we get a Wanderglyph. Daring. Is there flavor text on this card? Really? There's no flavor text on that card? It's so simple, though. But it's so simple. I simply must use what I know of you to determine, are you the sort of man that would put the poison into his own goblet or to his enemies? Now, a normal man would put the goblet... No, a normal man would put the goblet in his own glass, knowing that only a great fool would reach for what he's given. I am not a great fool, so I can clearly not choose the goblet in front of you. However, you would have counted on that. You must have known that. You would have counted on it, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me. He's like, you've made your choice then? Not remotely. You see, because Iocane comes from Australia, a country entirely populated by criminals. You're stalling. Your stalling is so good, Twitch chat. A country entirely populated by criminals. And criminals are known for not trusting each other, as you are not trusted by me, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you. Truly, you have a dizzying intellect. Just wait till I get going! I'm taking this card because it gives me some self-mill. It's a bit of an aggressive card. I can definitely go a little bit aggressive with this build. This is just a horrific pack in general. There's just not really a card for me. I kind of want to take the Cartographer's Companion. I don't think I want to dip into white here, even though it's pretty okay. There's also Ray of Ruin. I'm just going to take the Ray of Ruin. Removal's been pretty good for me. And now we get a nice little Rampaging Ceratops. I mean, my black cards aren't insane. I mean, but they're okay. And I really like 2-mana 3/3s. I had that entire speech memorized at one point, and I would have to probably do like 15 minutes of review before I had it memorized fully again. But I've got each piece memorized. It just the sequencing messes it up because there's some gaps in the speech. If you've never seen it, it's from The Princess Bride. But there's some gaps in it where like he gets interrupted and he says, just wait till I get going. Or he's like, you're stalling. And then like figuring out which exact part comes after that is a little bit tougher. But he's like, you've bested my giant, which means you must be exceptionally strong. So you could have counted on your strength to save you, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you. But you've also bested my Spaniard, which means you must have studied. And in studying, you would have learned that man is mortal, so you would have put the poison as far from yourself as possible. So I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me. He says, you've made your choice then? Of course I made my choice. I know where the poison is. I choose. What in the world could that be? But yeah, we're going to take Volatile Wanderglyph. We've been derailed, but it lets us discard permanents to go with our Echo of Dusk and our Tunnel Grinder. I also do like this Primordial Gnawer. Discover again. That's kind of cool, cutesy. We can discover and then discover again. So when we flip this, we get to discover and then discover it again. We're discovering twice. We're discovering ourselves. We're discovering everyone. We're discovering what we are. This card's cool if we have some dinos, because it's a 2-drop that enables descend, and then we get to get back a big thing later. Seems decent. Between Curator, which I think is just bad, and Saheeli's Lattice, which I think is just good. So that was an easy pick. Yes. The classic mid-pack 2 heebie-jeebies. I will take the Itzquinth. Sleep well, Wesley. Almost like kill you in the morning. I guess it is probably better than every single black card I have. There's a 3/2 that makes a treasure. I like that. There's also this guy that cares about descending. But we'll probably wheel some of those. Nice little Deep Goblin Skull Taker action. We've gotten this nice little aggro descend deck going, and I don't mind it. I do not mind it at all. Fungal Fortitude. Do we have any cool enters to battlefield? This is an ETB. That's pretty good. I think it's better than the Burning Sun's Cavalry. Okay, fine. I will take a Iron Paw Aspirant, I guess. Let's just shave down on some of the cards that I don't really want here. Primordial Gnawer. I do like the Gnawer. I've got a soft spot for the Gnawer. This card's like cool. You can like get a spell back out of it. It's like a cantripping, make them unable to block type card. If you're gonna give me Hit the Motherload, I'll take it. My goodness, this deck is cool. I like this one. I'm not gonna play Fungal Fortitude, I don't think. Probably not gonna play Daring Discovery either, but maybe it's better than it looks. I don't love Hotfoot Gnome. And I don't have cards that like get better in the late game that you like trade off early. So maybe I don't want that. Wow, we wheeled the Curator. Good work. Now I might want to play the Daring Discovery. Curator. Creator of Sons of Mystery, you discovered 10 twice. Pretty much just like draw 2 cards at that point. Ah, yes. The meme mythic. Can't take that. I think we take a Volatile Wanderglyph or a Deadweight. Both are good. Both are good. I'm going to take Deadweight. I think it's important to have Deadweights. They're just super powerful removal. Usually get you a mana advantage. And we have 4 2-drops, 5 2-drops if we count this as like a 2-mana play. So I think we'll be fine. I think this deck is looking good. I don't know if I want the Pirate. And it does count for descending. That is true. I feel like I said that, but maybe I didn't. I'm not going to play the Curator of Sun's Creation. I've got 19 cards that I'm all pretty happy with here. I only need to add like 1 or 2 more. I might not play this card if I get too early game focused. I guess this is not really cards for my deck. The Gnawer could definitely go, probably. Ooh, this makes treasures. If you descended, create a treasure. There's also a torch. How many creatures do I have? 9 creatures. Yeah. Interesting. I kind of just want to take the torch. I don't really want this guy. This guy's terrible. The land doesn't do anything. I don't really need the treasures for anything. I guess I could like play this Vito's Inquisitor and use them for that. I think I'm just gonna take Sunforge, Fire Torch. I mean, the treasures do just ramp me, which is just good on its own. Take the Screaming Phantom. Visage of Dread is an interesting card. I've never seen it flipped. So I think you pretty much play this so if you can like sack it or do something fancy with it. There's also a Spike Tail. There's a Scampering Surveyor. There's a Mischievous Pup. Some good white cards in this pack. I think I'm just going to take Screaming Phantom though. And now another Deadweight. This card's cool. Loots you. Flips into a bunch of mana. Nice. Get a little Rampaging Ceratops action. There's also a Deep Goblin Skulltaker that I wouldn't mind wheeling. That card's good with my double Screaming Phantom, double Deadweight, double Sunfire Torch deck, I think. I don't think it's better than the Ceratops, because Ceratops is just massive, but... You could say Ceratops is large and in charge. Those are the words I would use to describe the Ceratops. There's a hidden Necropolis now, or a Hotfoot Gnome. I'm not even playing the Hotfoot Gnome I have. I'm kind of mid-rangey aggro. Like, I can do some good mid-rangey stuff. Wow, another Deadweight. This deck is looking really good now. I mean, I don't have as many creatures as I'd like, but 11's okay. I'll probably be able to wheel it or play like 1 or 2 more. And I have so many Deadweights. My early interaction is on point. And I have like plenty of stuff that I can play. Like I could just play like a Hotfoot Gnome or something. Or a Screaming Phantom, just what I wanted. I hope I wheel that Goblin Skulltaker. Come on, Goblin Skulltaker. I know you're in there. Okay, Child of the Volcano is actually pretty solid. I don't think I want Saheeli's Lattice. Actually, I have 2 dinos now. 3 dinos. Perfect. That's enough for me. Get back in there, Saheeli's Lattice. Daring Discovery is kind of cutesy, but I think I just have removal instead. Vito's Inquisitor. Not really a card I don't have much to sacrifice with it. Another Saheeli's Lattice. Perfect. Thundering Pirate. Hotfoot Gnome. Fungal Fortitude. Yes! We got this Goblin Skulltaker back. That's actually pretty good for me, I think. Gosh, just playing that random 1-drop equipment, equipping it on turn 2, and just like beating down. Total vibe. Okay, let's see what we shall see with this deck. I think we have to make only a few cuts. We have 2 Bloodthorn Flails. Just discard cards to like make my guys huge early on. Child of the Volcano seems like it can get big pretty easily. This might not be another chance deck. This might just be the sort of deck where I just like play more threats. And in the late game, use my caves. Yeah, that seems fine. Ditch that. I want to make sure I at least have a good number of creatures. I've got good 3-drops. 4-drops are a bit dicey. I think I can cut a land here. Even though I have 3 caves. This gives me 8 and 8 in terms of colors. That's fine. 2 more cuts. I really like these Sunfire torches. I could cut Primordial Gnawer, because I do have 2 5-drops already in a kind of aggressive shell. But Discovering 3 is pretty good in this deck. So Healy's Lattice doesn't really affect the board. So I could see cutting that as well, or at least one of them. It's kind of nice to have that sort of effect sometimes. I think the last cut is either this other Saheeli's Lattice. I think these 2 5-drops are great. Child of the Volcano seems pretty good in this deck. With like these 3 guys and these removal spells. I think I'll just cut the Saheeli's Lattice, keep my extra creature. And then we'll see what we shall see. Anyway, we can always make changes later, and we probably will. But I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support my content at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you have been enjoying my videos, if they've been helping you find more success in your draft and have more fun playing Magic, and you would like to show your support, then you can do so via Patreon. It is essentially a way to tip my channel, but it also comes with some cool rewards like access to my card-by-card tier list for Lost Caverns of Ixalan and other cool things like that. I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support at the credits level. And if you're interested in learning more, you can of course find that at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Without further ado, though, let's get to the games. Okay, we're on the draw, but this hand is fantastic. Echo didn't really get going that game, but again, I don't really blame my deck there. In the early turns, 2 mana 2/2 is fine, and in the mid game, 3/3 is just what you need. What's with my opponent and playing 3 toughness creatures, by the way? Is there like some sort of like trend? Maybe there is. Maybe there is a trend that like playing. Okay, that's what I wanted. Thank you. Oh, if they attack, I'm gonna be so happy. So far, Echo of Dusk not looking good. It was very good in my green-black Descend deck, which had some defensive elements to it. We'll see what we shall see. I'm kind of worried about them having just 5 mana counterspell that like descend into whatever it is. So I'm hoping they spend mana here. Okay, that's fine. Classic unblockable Ceratops here. Okay. Never mind. 100% blockable Ceratops here. They have a Reanimator card package here, and I'm totally going to lose now. They could just bring back a 6/7. What kind of joke is this? They built a straight-up Reanimator deck, and they're attacking me. What the heck is going on? This will get my Echo of Dusk to a 3/3 range. Maybe find me a removal spell. I'm stunned that they didn't use their Soul Coil Viper to get back a 5/7 that turn. That's more like it. They have one card in hand. People just love playing 3 toughness guys against me, don't they? Okay, they could easily have removal here, but... So I could take 9. Attack them back, then they just block here. That was a great flip. Boom! We're doing it. Now I have a blocker for this guy. Man, I'm in good shape here. So they have one blocker. I have 3, 6, 9, 12 power. I don't think I want to trade. Then again, they have this card for next turn. Next turn, I'm going to use this. So if I go to 4, I think no blocks. So if I sack both of them, then I have 3, 6, 9, 12. No, I have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Exact damage. If they block here, they still live. Can I just ping their face? It doesn't matter. They're dead either way, right? I ping them for 4. They block 3. So they go to 7. They block 3. They take 3, 6. So I can just ping them twice. They go to 7. They block 3. They take lethal. Yeah, either way works. I could have also killed this and it would have been exactsies. This way I overkilled them by 1 point. Woo! Not trading there. Worked out. That was a great game. I think it all came down to like not trading with their guys. It was like, okay, I can win this race. Discover was really good there. Like if I go for that double block, I'm just like on the back foot. But as it was, like that was a game where Echo actually really showed why it's good, because I was able to race them because I was gaining so much extra life. I think I gained 6 extra life off of that. Free spells. I mean, it's not really free spells. I had to put cards in my deck that are maybe slightly below rate, but I mean, a 5 mana 5/2 is not terrible. And the lands were really what were getting me the extra resources while triggering Descend. I mean, honestly, flipping 3-drop creatures off my Discover 3 is pretty good. Having these 3-drop creatures has been pretty good. And once that, like, gosh, once Echo gets going, it just is devastating. Like, what are they supposed to do? My gosh. Okay, we're on the draw. This is an easy keep. We got 2-drop, 3-drop, dead weight. Definitely just killing their guy. I just need to draw some lands anyway. If I can get a land for Screaming Phantom next turn, I'm in good shape. This card's good against me right now. They're exploring on their mind card. They're definitely going to explore on the Scout. If Scout gets a counter, it's so bad for me. See, this is where I'm like, why would they ever explore that way? Okay, here, it didn't get a counter anyway. Yes! I was hoping they didn't have a counter spell there, but my gosh, this is looking good for me. Screaming Phantom just doing great work. What did they have in their hand? They passed without doing anything for a whole turn. Thanks, Green Drac. Have a good night, too. If I draw a removal spell for this River Herald guide, I mean, if I like, and by removal spell I mean mountain, of which there are 7 left in my deck, and one of them's a cave though. Oh, this is what they refer to as desperation in the biz. Over the edge, classic situational card. If I was them, I'd put it in my hand. Okay. I think they're dead. 4/8. I only need 3 lands, and don't even need both colors. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay. Target creature. Okay. And the cancel gets to grow. They could hit me for another 6. Woo! They had to answer so many problems there. Like, they had to kill a flyer and have an answer for my, like, menace guy. I mean, this deck is cruising. This deck is doing great. Ugh. Also, I am going to edit out the first match. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you're wondering why, it's like, oh, he's only editing out his loss. It was because the game gets disconnected and I didn't get to play. So it was an automatic loss. Pretty much. So it was not interesting, informative, or instructive in any way. I just skipped my 3rd turn. And maybe even my 4th turn. I don't even know. Anyway. Ooh. I'm really liking Screaming Phantom into the Skull Taker type thing. I also love Deadweight with the Deep Goblin Skull Taker. Echo. Yes! Oh, baby. Give me the Echo. Are they potentially color screwed? Next turn I can go Goblin plus Deadweight, or hopefully mill a permanent with this. Aye! They kept both? Agreed. I can't risk it. I know I'm 2-for-1ing myself here. But now they have an empty board. I've got 5 evasive power in play. And if I draw a land, I can kill whatever they play to help stabilize. They have so many cards. I just have to kill them. Wow, I'm so glad you've been enjoying the videos, Floosh. Like, now if I draw a land, I can just jam this guy. I'm like in such good shape. And I whiffed. That was really bad. All of my cards cost 5. And what are they doing? They are color screwed still. Get wrecked. We're both getting unlucky, opponent. You can't cast any spells. I can't play my 5-drops when you're 4 life. Same thing. Yep. Just lovely. Feeling great. Caves do take it away sometimes. Oh, you joking me? You must be joking. I could have just killed their 4-3, but I feel like having a 5-4 that just threatens lethal is better. I guess it doesn't even threaten lethal. Okay, now it threatens lethal. I cannot believe they sacked that. That was like one of the most greedy things I've ever witnessed. They have this fungus token that's just dying to be sacrificed. I'm going to lose this game because I didn't draw a land and then I drew a cave. The tilt. The tilt is starting to set in. I was in such good shape this game. It felt unlosable at times. But then we showed that there's always a way. Gosh, I really hope they get punished. They have a red card, though. They just have to have removal. Well, that's not great. I'm going to lose. This is an absolute travesty. Oh my gosh. There's nothing I can do. They make me sack my guy. Let's just play this. I was going to kill their Brood Rage Mycoid, but it doesn't matter. They just gained like 12 life with this stupid thing. I could have gotten rid of it. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to concede. This game is over. Yeah, I know. Make a play it out. Make a play it out. But yeah. Man. That was frustrating. Very frustrating. I had him in a very good spot for me. And then I just drew my cave. The thing is the cave won me that other game, pretty much. That was just like I drew all my 5-drops. I only have 3 5-drops. I only have 4 5-drops in my entire deck. And I just drew them all. Also, if I'd drawn like a deal 2 instead of a deadweight, I would have won. My gosh. They played their 4-mana guy. I could have just not attacked in with my 2/2, but I really wanted to just kill their guy. So they can't do anything to me. And then when I have, like, if I'd left my Echo in play, because I wasn't guaranteed to mill a permanent with my, my 3/3/2. I mean, most of my cards are permanent, so maybe I should have just gone with that, played my deep thing, and not 2-for-1 myself, but didn't have all my colors. Don't have all my colors again. Okay, we can keep this. And I'm on the draw. I couldn't even been on the play. Gosh darn it. Have I been on the draw every round? It feels like I have. Gosh darn it. Oh my gosh. Whoa. What the heck? What a mill! Corpses of the Lost? That's awful for me. They have a stinging... Oh. This game is unwinnable. This one was just like, I mulligan to 5, and so I can't trade 1-for-1 with any of their cards. All their guys have Death Touch, and they have a Corpses of the Lost going. And they have a 3/3 lifelink. I told you that card was good. And they were on the play. I can't win on any axis in this game. Yeah, this one's just over. So over. They had to send on turn 3 or whatever. Or turn 4, I guess. By the time they attacked with their cave crawler. It was active. They didn't even bring back their cave. No, oh, this is if it's in play. Never mind. could have triple blocked the Cave Crawler. It doesn't do anything. This game's over. There is no point in playing that one out. Well, shucks. Hopefully you learned something maybe from this draft. I think the deck was pretty good. Hopefully you saw how good Echo can be. Unfortunately, we didn't get to play round 1, and that last round was kind of like a non-game 2, and then the other round we lost wasn't very fun. So, really kind of a frustrating draft overall, but hopefully in the games where things were working, you kind of saw some sorts of the synergies you can go for with these Descend aggro decks. I think this one's basically like a 2-2. I mean, the first one you can't really count. So 2-2, not the best record, but it was pretty unlucky the way we lost. I mean, 0-5 on the draw against a pretty, I'm not going to say outrageous because they weren't doing anything like absurd. Like if you have removal, you can deal with that sort of thing. Ironically, that was a matchup where like Deadweight actually does kill a lot of their stuff, like their Death Touch creatures. But like I didn't have that, and so it was pretty unbeatable for my start. I think I built the deck pretty well. Maybe I should have played another chance, but my deck was more aggressive than that, so I think this was a fine build. I could have also played a Daring Discovery, but I like this one. And yeah, if you didn't make it all the way to the end of the video, leave hashtag Echo in the comment section down below to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. But yeah, I think this deck was pretty good. Could have done better. Brass's Tunnel Grinder was maybe a bit out of place. The Ceratopsis felt pretty annoying too because they didn't have an immediate impact. Like maybe I would have rather had Daring Discovery sometimes, but I mean this card's just like basically a 5-mana 5/4 unblockable, so that's pretty dang good. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.